Hey guys, it's me. It's Archaea Chasma. Look. We're in a Minecraft mod. That's right. In fact, I'm making this Minecraft mod. I know, how incredible. In fact, here's literally everything in the mod currently. There's quite a lot planned. In fact, do you want to see how many items it is in specific? I'm sure you do. This here is the mod editing screen, of course. You know, it's pretty simple. Right up here at the 380 mod elements. That is how many things I have added as of currently. That includes literally everything, like everything that's like models, textures, structures, um, everything. Like it's quite incredible. Okay, so I'm sure you want to know more about the mod, and I am happy to teach you more about the mod. In fact, we'll start off with everything in front of us, starting with this little funny thing. I'm sure you saw this at the start of the video. What is this, you might be asking? Well, it's a Sorcerers Table. You'll be able to craft magical items into such in here. However, for the current moment, crafting things like staffs and whatnot are just in the crafting table, as you can quite diligently see. We just like emerald staff, we have a stick, we have our drop of mana, which we'll talk about later, and you know, your item that you're using to actually make a staff. Some are, I've only crafted the emerald staff, so that's the only one that will show up in here. But we do currently have all of these staffs, which the amethyst staff will be retextured. It was the first thing I ever modeled, but now I'm way better at modeling. So I'm sure you want to know. Ignore the mobs for now. So I'm sure looking at, you know, all of this fun stuff down here, you want to learn more about the weapons. For now, we have this set of weapons and tools. We have daggers, which is a new type of weapon. They're very fast, but for lower damage relative to their counterpart. Oh, wrong one. Yeah, relative to their counterpart. The attack speed might go up to 3.2, so double that of a sword. But, you know, very minimal attack damage in comparison. Of course, we go on. We have some extra staffs in here, which I will be adding a ton more staffs. These all shoot special items, and eventually I'll add a lightning staff, which, well, I think you can guess what it might do. For those of you that, you know, might not be able to guess, it's going to shoot lightning wherever. It could be right where I click, or it could throw a projectile, and where that projectile lands, there'll be a lightning strike. We'll figure it out when we get there. So in order to craft weapons, you'll obviously need some items, and here is currently every item that is available. We have our topaz, you know, our brand new ores, some mana, which we'll talk about in just a second, some more new ores, a waxed copper ingot for crafting a copper set, so you can craft a copper staff, blah, blah, blah. New stuff in a dimension. Ooh, that's right, I made new dimensions. Oh, did I spoil it? Oh, no, I might have made a few dimensions. Accessing those dimensions, you might have to use some of the special tools, like the depths portal igniter, which is one of the dimensions. This art should be finalized for the most part. This one, though, for the archaic domain dimension, very much not finalized. It's uncraftable, so just don't worry about that. It is a placeholder for now. Places where you could put things, though, are blocks. That's right. I'm having terrific fun with segues today. As you can see, I have made quite a few ores, and the ore blocks, of course. The ruby block is kind of weird to look at. Like, you can see there's stuff there, but you can't really, so that one will get retextured, don't worry. Some other stuff is like new trees, which are coming, as you can see in here. Tons of trees. Ores, the ores, oh my goodness. The thing that I was missing was the SPM block. It is so beautiful. Like, look at this thing. It is truly gorgeous. I can't believe how I ever forgot it. But as you can see, there's quite a few blocks coming. There's more stuff that we will have added to, as I have, you know, room for a couple extra sets of blocks. And of course, with new blocks and items and weapons, we get armor. That's right. I know you've been waiting. So of course, I added something that I'm surprised Mojang did not add in the first, you know, days of Minecraft. Stone armor, or cobblestone in specific. It is, you know, horrible armor, but if you truly need armor, here you go. It'll add just a little bit of protection. And of course, with our new ores like sapphire, topaz, ruby, and a good old classic emerald, that's right, emerald armor is in the game. But there's even more stuff, like Fodral Armor. As you can see, this stuff, pretty beefy. There's more, like Volkrot, which is found in the Nether. It's pretty beefy. Stats might not be final. It might go up just a little bit. And SPM, which you might be able to guess, is found in the end. And of course, waxed copper boots, as I mentioned earlier, and cobalt, which is found in the new dimension. And this funny little thing whose texture doesn't like to stay is a gold crown. It's fun. It's not finalized. It's a work in progress, it is what it is. Some other things that are a work in progress: plants, food. We'll talk about that in a minute. Plants, we don't have too many plants at the current moment. We have some mooncap mushrooms, which are really cool, and a fruit block, which is it's I think I just forgot to make it transparent. It's a simple bug. I'll get it fixed. The mushrooms, though, they give off light at night. As you can see right here, they give off a small amount of light. It's pretty cute, which is super duper helpful in the new dimension, which is completely dark. We might give a little tour of it in just a bit. Spoiler alert, we will probably be visiting the depths dimension very soon. So, of course, we have new plants. We gotta have some food. We have the roasted mooncap, and of course the Namrand fruit, which is probably, you might be able to guess it comes on these trees. I might have it be a drop from the leaves, which, oh my goodness, I didn't put them in here either, which might just be a drop from these leaves right here, instead of actually like growing like a cocoa bean. If you want to give your input on whether or not we should actually have a fruit block you harvest, or if it just be a drop from the leaves, which I'm fine with either or, TBH. Something else I'm sure you'll critique plenty of is everything in the spawn eggs chest. We're adding a decent amount of new mobs and bosses to the mod. Currently, we just have some basic generic mobs in here, but we do have a boss, which is a work in progress. We'll talk about that guy in just a bit. Of course, we have, generic stuff, some creepers, some unique mobs, which are this guy, some other things in here. But I'm sure you want to learn about Herobrine. He will be in the Archaic dimension, so don't worry. You won't see him for a while, but he's coming, and he's very strong. We have the Invader, which is a rare overworld spawn. And actually, I can show you what he looks like. Right now, he looks like this. He has a name tag, you'll find him. And, as you see, there's a new tool. It's the Depths Invader Pickaxe. This thing is one beefy pickaxe. This is incredible. Like, do you see that attack damage on a pickaxe? That is insane. Now, for the other things, there we have some unique mobs in here, like the Blind Cave Dweller, which we'll do something cool with later, and some mobs you'll find in the Depths dimension. Now, yes, we can take a look at Herobrine. As you can probably hear, he's kinda scary. Like, this sword is technically the best. I mean, there is another sword in here, but it's just the test sword, which, remember, does 500 attack damage, and it can't two-shot him. That's just how strong he is. He also drops a ton of XP, which, I mean, I could show you right now, but it was a bit inflated due to my past things. As you can see, I'm level 55. I think I was like 46 before. It's a lot. Oh, God. That was almost really bad. In the future, I will be making episodes like dedicated to making certain things for the mod. Like, one episode will be when we're making some food items. Like, I want to make a donut with you guys. I think that'd be cute. That'd be fun. I'd probably want to, make a little video about making a new staff, whole thing, blah, 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 and making some of the items more unique, like the daggers, like the ruby dagger. I wasn't happy with how it looked, like looking like that, so I just made it look unique. So we'll probably do that with some other things in here too. It just takes a little time. Now, you're probably very curious. What do you mean loot? And what is this bag? I added loot bags. Gambling in Minecraft. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. If you click on, well, you have to sneak right click for all of these things right here. Okay, so I'll demonstrate to everyone using the loot bag, or as I might rename it, the basic or common loot bag, because I named them kind of like a RPG. So sneak right click and you get some loot. As you can see, I got super lucky. Oh my goodness, that is really lucky. Let's just, like, right click for a while. As you can see, there is a lot of possible drops you can get from this loot bag. You're not meant to open a ton at once, as I did just now. It is a lot of possible drops. 7 gold apples though, that's pretty nice. And another drop of mana, that's nice. As you can see, there's a few things in in our little pile here. But don't worry, it's meant to be this way. Okay, so quickly, before we go to the depths dimension, I want to show you what the SPM Armor, Prot 4, and a Sharp 5 SPM Sword can do against the Warden, because it will shock you at how much or how little it can do. Of course, I want to, actually heal up first, though. Okay, so, this is going to be something. I should probably also get a shield, even though the shield probably won't help that much. Okay, so, Warden spawned in, we have our sword, it's sniffing for us. Skadoosh, skadoosh. That's right, that is how scary powerful this thing is. And if you get hit by that, you're basically gonzo. It's kind of scary, like, if you can get it to not do the charge attack, it's like Sonic Boom, you could probably kill the Warden if you have some god apples and whatnot, which I'm assuming you probably will at the point you are finding SPM, which is found in the end, so you can probably end up killing him. You just have to be smart about how you play, because, like, yeah, this thing does like 23 attack damage, which the attack speed actually needs to be increased. I accidentally messed up coding, but that's minor detail. This thing is beefy. It's insane. I might actually have him fight against Herobrine and figure out what happens. I want to show you guys the depths dimension. It's pretty cool. Okay, so you'll need netherite, another portal made out of compressed hardened rock, which you get from the hardened rock from the Depths Invader. You make a portal out of it, you right click with your portal igniter, it'll make this, the particles will change, jump on in. Now, you're in the Depths dimension. That's right, this thing is entirely dark, which is why I wanted the mooncap mushrooms to be a thing. It helps you tell what biome you're in. Plus, it gives another use for night vision potions, which, would help you kind of see all over. And it doesn't normally look like that. I was going to make a structure there, but then I stopped for whatever reason. This biome we're currently in is called the Mooncap Hills, which I don't know if everything will spawn in here that's supposed to spawn in here. We have monster spawner rooms, which will be changed out eventually, or also introduced alongside custom structures. The coding for this depths dimension has been a little bit annoying because it's technically like the Nether, so certain mobs might not spawn in here, like the certain mobs I want in here could include the depths cow, pig, and chicken. Because I'd rather they spawn here in the Mooncap Hills, which is supposed to be a safe-ish biome. Ignore the chickens, it's a work in progress. These should be spawning all over in here. I might have to change like what they're classified as to have them spawn in here, which not a big issue to me, personally. Now, this is not the only dimension the only biome in the depths dimension. There's other biomes in here too. There isn't a lot at the current moment, but there are more dimensions. We just have to find them. While we're looking for the other biomes, we could talk about the ores. There's custom ores for this dimension. They just blend right in for the general most part. Sometimes they look a little funny. Like, I don't know why that one looks like that. I'll fix it. It's not that big of a deal. They generally blend right in, like the depth emerald ore. It's nice. It might give you extra EXP when you do certain things with it. I also do plan on adding other plants in here too, besides the mooncaps. I'll probably add like big mushrooms, which would emit a ton of light, alongside the baby mushrooms. Oh, we haven't talked about the ocean in here. At the very bottom of the depths dimension is filled with water, because we're in a giant cave system. Water drips down. So at the bottom we have a ton of water, which, it is what it is. And there's even caves down here too. Sometimes caves will spawn, sometimes they won't, but it is unique. There's room for ocean mobs down there, which I do plan to add in the future. There is currently a bug with the depths dimension though, and that would be if you build a portal too high in the overworld, you'll spawn on the roof of the dimension. So I'll probably need to fix that. I can probably just code it to make the ceiling generate a world height limit like in the overworld, which not that big of a deal. If someone could tell me how to do that, that'd be really cool. That would save me a little bit of research time. Okay, so while we're taking a quick break, the netherite pickaxe breaks the rocks that fast. It's unenchanted, of course, but you know, the Depths Invader Pickaxe makes general light work of these blocks. It's not that bad. So if you do go to this dimension, I would recommend you pick up, you know, a decently enchanted Invader Pickaxe or super enchanted Netherite Pickaxe. Because I will be implementing custom enchantments which go beyond the vanilla limits in due time. So you could super enchant a Netherite one or just super enchant Invader Pickaxe, because that thing has a ton of enchantability. Okay, so we've gone to a previous version of the world where the portals weren't compressed hardened rock. Ignore that. But the other dimension would be the depths dirt, which, you know, is not populated by a ton of mooncaps. Instead, it is completely dark, which I mean, I could show you right now, TBH. And I will for that fact. As you can see, it is completely dark except certain mobs which have glowing elements to them, like that's a creeper, that's a spider. I don't see any red-eye zombies at the current moment, which is a-okay by me, TBH. Torches, they're going to be super valuable. That's why I put torches in common loot bags, so you can just put them literally everywhere. Now these guys aren't the Depths Invader, they're Depths Miners. They get stronger going into the overworld for whatever reason. I can't believe oh my goodness, I can't believe I really typed that wrong. Like, as you can see, there's a difference if you want to put them next to each other. They have secret, you know, rooms they can get those pickaxes at, which might be a structure in the future, and would probably be one of the few places where there is actual light. As you can see, though, this place is generally unhospitable, especially in this biome or the other biomes, except Mooncap Hills and the other less dangerous ones I'll implement. There's quite a few mobs coming around in here, and remember, it is all completely dark. In the biomes that are not Mooncap Hills, like, sure, you can see some mobs, and if there's lava pools, you can see those. Or if there's lava falls coming down from the ceiling, which I actually found a piece of, like, stone up here, and then I broke it. And I'm like, that'd be really cool. Like, see, here's the stone. Here's the pool. Yeah, it's right here. It's cool. It's a small little cool detail like that. Should be able to get out. Yeah. Oh, there we go. It's small details that would help light up so much. Like, as you can see, like over here, pitch dark, light. I can actually see what's going on over here. It's nice. And honestly, seeing some of the red lines or the dots from the creepers is super intimidating. Now, these aren't the only mobs that spawn here. They just are being picky right now for whatever reason, which, that's okay with me. I mean, this is an old world, so it's okay if everything doesn't... Oh, there's a red-eye zombie. It took him a minute to spawn. Look at me. Turn around. Whoosh. That's creepy. It is cool, though. This is a work in progress dimension. There's a lot to be added. This is my first like crack at a dimension, so that's why I didn't start with the Archaic dimension. Because it'd kind of suck if it was my first attempt at things. I want it to be the best possible thing I can make it, so, you know, stuff like that. Here's a nice example of, like, if you're looking for a portal, just literally look for any sort of light. It's easy to follow the light once you have things mapped out. It's not that hard. Also, You could also look like patterns in the water if you're a little silly like me. Or you could like drape lava down. You can see that stuff from really far away. So now's the time I ask you. That's right, you, the audience, what you want to see in my Minecraft mod next. As you can see, I have a ton of folders here. So I am honestly open to anything. Like, in here's like the general things you can implement. Oh, that's right, I made a ton of advancements. It's really cool. Like here, for example, I just made a random enchantment. You can make it do unbreakable, supported levels. You could shove that thing up to like 16, blah blah blah. You can code a whole bunch of things in here. It is pretty cool what you could do. Like in here's like the folders for like the cow entities, blah blah blah, all that fun cool stuff. Like one thing I do need to work on more is spears. I just have the spear, TBH, just the one. I need to work on spears more, or the Sorcerer Table, to get that to actually code, because like here's the GUI, but making like things actually craftable in it, that's a pain in the butt. I want to know if there's an easier way, so if someone does know an easier way, let me know, because I'd rather not have to implement a huge code string for every single item. Or perhaps it's something simple like another ore. It might not be as good as like SPM, but it could serve a small purpose, something unique with it, like a certain effect you get by using it. Like, for example, I want to have topaz related to electricity, rubies related to fire, and sapphires related to water, or maybe ice. So it would be a simple like code, do this with that. I could make a like upgraded sapphire staff that shoots blobs of water or ice chunks that deal more damage, you know, stuff like that. Or if you wear the whole set of armor, you get a small bit of respiration, blah blah blah, cool stuff like that. Like our food is generally kind of bare. Like, yeah, we have our roasted mushroom and whatnot, but there's so much stuff that I could add, and I want to know some of the things you guys want to add. Like, I have singular painting. It's kind of funny what I what I made. I don't know who the author is, but you know, it is what it is. Like, there's so much cool stuff. I want to hear what you guys want added. So pretty please let me know what I should add to my Minecraft mod, and I'll be sure to try and add it, or let you know if I'll add it, if I can't do that, if it doesn't fit the mod type. Like, guys, I am not adding Among Us. I am not adding Among Us. Unless you guys ask really nicely and you like and subscribe, I might consider adding Among Us as a super rare thing. Or maybe I'll add a sus dimension where everything is Among Us. I might do that if you guys are pretty cool like that. Anyways, I hope you've enjoyed the Archaic dimension mod thingy. I'll catch you guys in the next episode, and pretty please have a safe night. It's getting late. It's really smoky outside. So, love you guys lots. Hope you enjoyed. Catch you then.